Hello all. We're a couple on the trail. I'm Bob. This is Susan. We're coming to you from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia in Canada. And we're getting ready for we're at 39 days now till we hit the trail and hit Springer Mountain. So we decided to do, like pretty much everybody else, a gear video. We're going to show you what we are planning on taking. And then later on, when we change things out, we'll say, yeah, that worked, or nope, that did not work. So hopefully you'll follow along with us and we'll do the best we can. We're not professionals.
Oh my God, no. And we're bringing a lot of stuff. So I can see what we're going to show you today is going to be cut way back because we've just kind of set it all out. I've done a lighter pack, putting that together. And starting mid-March, the weather is so, inconsistent, unpredictable. So we're bringing a lot of stuff to stay warm. I'm hoping to get rid of most of it after about 500 or 600 miles, especially past the Smokies. So anyhow, this is what we're starting with today. If we make any significant changes, we'll update. But here we go.
All right, see you in a bit.
Hi, I'm back. I'm Susan. I just wanted to show you that my gear that I plan to be taking on our thru hike of the Appalachian Trail. There's a lot of stuff here. So this is not all mine. This is some of Bob's. But like I said before, this is what we're starting with today. May make some changes even after we get to Atlanta, hit the REI there. We don't have as much access for Canadian content for ultralight gear. So yeah, okay. So this is my pack. It's a Jade 63 liter. Gregory brand. I quite like it. I've used it in some shakedown hikes. It's a little heavier than most, but you know what? I'm not a spring chicken, so I appreciate the support. I especially love the ventilation that it provides back here. I like the waist belt, and I did take off the brain to save a little bit of weight because it is 63 liters. So yeah, that's my pack. Okay, my next piece of gear would be my sleeping bag. It is a Nemo Forte women's. It has the gills on it, which are quite nice. I do know that, I think it's Hiking Over 60 has the exact same bags on their gear shakedown, but this is quite lovely. I like this. So that's my sleeping bag. I'll likely keep that through the whole time we're out. I have, for my sleeping pad, I have, this has got an excellent R value. It is a Thermarest ProLite Apex regular width, and it's got a 3.8 R value. So this will do great to start off. And I may switch it up with something lighter after the Smokies. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm starting with. I do have a Thermarest pillow. It's compressible. I do like a pillow. I don't sleep very well for the most part, so I'm going to start with this. It's very light, and I've tried it, and I kind of like it. So I tend to sleep quite well. It feels almost like a regular pillow. So that's coming with me. With regards to trekking poles, we have gotten ours at Costco. I've used these quite a bit. They're the Cascade Mountain Tech. They're very light. I believe they're carbon fiber. Yeah, so these work really well. I love the cork. As you can see, they're quite used. So I'm going to be taking these with me because they work really well.
Just a little under 1 pound for the pair of them.
Just a little under 1 pound. And I've actually just got a pair of just training gloves that I got, and they have the pads, and so I really like them. They're easy to wash. These are Adidas, and I'm using these to keep my hands from blistering. Camp shoes, just some Crocs Mary Janes, very light, self-explanatory. I picked this up, not sure if I'm going to take it. It's a Decathlon 4-class 10-liter sack. It's really light, thought for maybe some resupply or just double up as a purse. So it's just a little backpack. I have a Sea to Summit packable umbrella. I'm going to give that a try. I haven't used it yet. I'll let you know how it does. With regards to my jackets, I have a Patagonia Micro Puff as my puffy. Super light, it's synthetic. I'm going to be wearing that. I'll be keeping that through the whole hike. For my mid layer, I have the Patagonia R1 Tech hoodie. This is a great piece of gear. Very light, very comfortable, and likely will go underneath the puffy. And then I have a Houdini jacket from Patagonia. It's the windbreaker. This thing, I don't even think it weighs anything. I just got this. I was thinking of wearing this as maybe over the top of the other two patty layers. And when it gets warmer, especially at high elevation, it's nice to keep my hair out of my face. As you can see, I have a lot of it. And so this is packable in its own pocket. So yeah, I am quite happy with that. And I will have a hat, so I can wear my Benz Invisinet. I've used this, especially in some of the local trails here, where the mosquitoes and black flies are insufferable, and this works well. Let me see. Oh, also I have a Frog's Tog rain jacket, the ultralight medium. I know. Pardon me?
And pants.
I'm not bringing the pants, but I do have this jacket. I do have the Houdini, but it's not waterproof, so I'm going to start with this, and if I don't want to keep it, it's not a huge expense. If I'm good with the umbrella. So let me see, I have my Yaktrax running spikes for obvious for icy or extra snowy, especially when we're starting mid-March. So I'm going to be wearing these. And what else? Oh, my shoes. I've got the Hoka Speedgoat 4s. I just got these. I've only worn them a couple of times. I did have some other ones which wore out quite quickly, so I'm hoping these will be good. Just got some orthotics. And got quick tie laces from Decathlon. Let me see here. Oh, Bob is carrying the tent. He'll talk about that. I have a little Thermarest seat that I'm taking to sit on at camp. Let me see what else here. I have, for my pot, Bob made some really neat little cozies. He's bringing the cooking pot, the Jetboil. He'll show you that. Mine is a Toaks Titanium 550. That will be my mug. Well, actually my pot. I do have a little mug here, a little plastic one. So just a little Toaks. Nice little cozy here. I'm not sure if I'll be bringing this container cozy. But anyway, he made us little cozies, and that will help our food cook without keeping the burner running and wasting fuel. And I just have a little cloth here. This is going to go in my pack. Bob put a little hole in it so we can hang it off, and it's for sweat. So that's going to go in my pack. Okay, this is a lot of stuff, so I might just throw some of this out on my way out to the airport to Atlanta when we leave. So with regards to, well, actually over here, I just have a really light plastic mug for coffee. I love my coffee in the morning. I have a Sea to Summit Spork Titanium. And Bob also made some cozies for our dehydrated food. You just put it in there, put your bag in there, pour water in it, your food, cap it off, let it sit for the required time, and then this insulating fabric helps it cook without using fuel. So it's just like my other cozy over here. I'm making a mess. Okay, so with regards to, I'll just stay with outer gear. With regards to gloves, I'm terrified of being cold, so I got these really nice insulated Columbia gloves, really nice. They weigh barely anything, so I'd be wearing these when it's really cold. I've also got some 4-class liners from Decathlon, which have some reinforcement, so I actually may use these for winter hiking with my poles. And then I got a pair of waterproof 4-class, and they just go over whatever gloves I'm wearing. They cinch closed. especially with hiking poles, keep your gloves dry. So with regards to what I'm wearing on the trail in the winter time, I have a North Face toque. I have a merino wool tech base layer from Decathlon. I've tried this out, it's very nice, very wicking. I'm also going to wear a Columbia Omni Heat base layer underneath my tights. These are very light. On my tights that I'm going to be wearing to start off with are the Eddie Bauer Trail Tights. They have some great pockets on them. They have a little other pocket here. They're high rise. They're nice thickness, so I'm hoping those will work out well. And also I'll be bringing either 2 or 3 Darn Tough. I'm not sure. I hear when watching other videos, some people say they bring 3 and I cycle through. Other ones say that they just bring 2 pairs. So I do have 3, so I might just bring 2. I'm not sure about that yet. I also have some Injinji toe liners. I've got 2 pairs so I can switch off, which will go underneath my Darn Tough in my shoes, my Hokas. And then I have a Barely There Patty bra, which I like, and sports bra. And then I have a couple of Ex Officiato briefs to bring with me. I have a buff, or I guess you call it neck gaiter. I've got 2. There's many, many uses for this. Neck, head, especially with long hair. And then for my sleep clothing, I am just doing a very basic Columbia quarter zip. It's the same brand as my other underlayer for my trail tights. I've got 2 of the same, just really light. So I got 1 for sleep, 1 for day, and then I have the quarter zip for sleep. So I'm hoping that'll keep me warm. And I did order a Thermo, I think it's a Thermolite Reactor sleeping bag liner, the one that gives you 8 degrees more in your sleeping bag. Again, I don't want to be cold, so that's coming in the mail. Still considering that. I did, thanks to Tara Trex, Candy Mama, we did win some prizes in our Thru Hiker event about 3 weeks ago. We were drawn, we won a Sanok Outdoor 2-liter Vecto, and we also won a Sanok Vesica collapsible bottle, 1 liter. We also have won a Katadyn Be Free water filter, which Tara is sending us. It's still in the mail. Oh, of course, so my electronics. We have a Garmin InReach Mini that my lovely brother bought us for Christmas. We haven't got our plan yet. We'll set that up. We're not leaving for about another 5 weeks.
39 days?
39 days, right? And so we'll set it up closer to the time we leave, so we can send texts and check the weather and all of those wonderful things. So it's not set up yet. We need our subscription. I'm bringing my phone. It's a 10 iPhone. Also bringing this charger. I believe it's a 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
And it's wireless.
It's from UBO Labs. It's wireless. So you can sit your phone right on it at night. Charges it. Thing weighs a lot. I have a IQ wall charger from Anchor. Foldable outlet plug. I'm bringing that. Still not sure whether I'm going to be bringing just some wired headphones that fit with my iPhone, or whether I'm going to be bringing my AirPods. If you have any thoughts about that, please let me know. I'm kind of in between. I know the pros and cons. I have a Phoenix Garmin that I'm going to be wearing and bringing. Of course, my iPhone charger and my Phoenix charger. I'll be wearing the watch, obviously. And then I have, also, I have a Nitecore NU25, and we just got these. These are super light. I think we each have one, so this is going to be great for us. My husband got me a Thermarest Neo Air micro pump for my mattress for Christmas. Great. I think it was my birthday. And I also have, of course, the cords for my Nitecore. Haven't even opened them up yet. And what other stuff do I have here that I don't absolutely need? Then I've got All Weather Right in the Rain. I got these for Bob and I just so we can actually, they're waterproof pads so we can, you know, keep track of the people we meet. Most important, we want to know, to know the names, the trail names of people we meet, and then my whole goal is to be taking lots of pictures of people, more so than the landscape even, as we go through. Just have a little pencil, and my goodness, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything with toiletries. Maybe I'll do another video. I'm not sure, but that's kind of, you know, I'm probably going to be bringing a small bag of toiletries. Most likely just the very basics. I have a little massage ball that I'm going to be bringing to massage out my major muscle groups. And right now I only have one dry bag outside of the one I'm putting my sleeping bag in. I have this one from Mountain Warehouse. It is a 15-liter, I believe, and I'm going to use this for my clothes. Likely will line my pack. Oh my God, it looks like I threw up my clothes here. I will line my pack with a compactor bag, or I guess contractor bag. I'll figure that one out once we get to Atlanta. We don't have those here.
Trash compactor bags.
Yeah, trash compactor. We don't have those here, and unless you buy like 30 on Amazon. So we'll find that when we get to Atlanta. And because we're coming all the way from Canada, international shipping's a lot. I mean, I have very little in the way of summer clothes. I've got a little towel I'll probably cut in half. I have, as a base layer, if I'm not wearing, where's my mess here? If I'm not wearing my base layer during the day, I will be wearing my Patty Trail shirt. This is super wicking, and I love it. I wore it all through summer hikes, and then just a pair of Columbia trail shorts. So likely what'll happen is after the weather gets a little better, I will send home all the winter gear and the layers and things like that, and might upgrade my sleeping pad to something light. But anyway, this is a lot that I'm bringing, so please pray for me, and I better start working on my core. Okay, that's mine. Thanks. Okay, so this is what it's like packed up. Dear God, everything's in here. Camp shoes. Haven't got my water bottles in here yet. My food's not in, and my toiletries. But this is kind of like what I'm kind of thinking of doing. And of course, my InReach will go on the front once we get it all set up. So we'll have it right here. I'm thinking about also getting maybe a water bottle bag for the front. A gear bag, not sure. Likely just a water bottle holder. I'm gonna wait till I get to the States for that. I saw some on Etsy and some through the cottage companies, but I'm still debating whether or not to order them ahead. So that's it. All my stuff I'm wearing. So I'm bringing. Tell me what you think. Thanks.
Hello, Bob here for my kit that I'm planning on taking to the Appalachian Trail in March 2022. So the first thing we're going to start out with that I'll be taking for us both, it's the Big Agnes HVUL3 tent. It's got lots of room. It's an amazing tent. We've used it for quite a few overnights. It's easy to hike with, it's easy to set up, and it works out really good for 2 people. I wouldn't want to try and fit 3 in it though. So 2 people plus a limited amount of gear inside, and both vestibules. It's got 2 doors. It works out really well. As most of you have already seen, a lot of people on trail are taking the Big Agnes tent. Excuse me, Big Agnes tents. I also have a set of the Cascade trekking poles. Never used trekking poles. I would like to have them with me just in case. I'm not expecting to use them, but I have never used trekking poles. But Susan speaks very, very highly of them, and I know a lot of people that have been on the trail recommend having trekking poles. So that's what we're going to do. The common stove that we're going to be using is the Jetboil Stash. Great piece of kit. One downfall, the lid. It does drip, so if you're pouring hot water or hot liquid out of it, you got to make sure you hold on to the lid. Not a great setup. What else we got here? Like Susan had, I got the Cozy. Inside, holds everything inside. Works out great. Move that off the side. So we have a, for our food bag, we have from JR Gear. It's a 15 liter. It's a compression dry bag, which also is self-venting. So as we roll it down to tighten it or to make it smaller, it lets the air escape on its own. So that works out really well. We've used that for a couple hikes now, and it's very lightweight. It seems to be very durable as well. Again, little cup, because hot liquids out of a metal container kind of burn your lips. I'm not into all the little silicone attachments you can get on them because they're too easy to lose. I'd rather just carry the cup, which weighs probably about the same as one of those silicone lip covers. Again, I have the same sleeping bag that Susan has, the Nemo Forte. Mine is the men's size, men's version. So if it's really, really cold, we can actually zip the two sleeping bags together and use body heat. And it also has the gills, so when it's really, really warm, we can open up the gills and reduce any of the heat that builds up inside the sleeping bag. So it works out really well. We've slept in them in cold nights, and we've slept in them in warm nights. They're a 20-degree bag, -7 Celsius, and although that may be the survival rating of them, I would say if you get down to about 0 degrees Celsius, you're hitting about the limit of comfort for them. They worked out well for us on the few trips that we've taken. We haven't had a whole lot of cold nights. I think the coldest I got down to was maybe -1, and that was about it. So I'm also, for thermal, I'm taking a Thermarest. That'll give me my R value underneath. And I have a small, I shouldn't say small, it's an extra large or extra long 4-class pump bag. So that has no R value to it at all. So that way I will have the thermal of the egg crate as well as the comfort of the pad, and it's quite light. It only weighs a few ounces, 1 pound 5 ounces according to the label, and it blows up really quick. I think it's 10 breaths and it's blown up, but it works out really well. So my sleeping bag, I'll be keeping it in a dry bag. This is the Woods dry bag. So it's heavier, it's a heavier duty bag, but it's great because when you compress the sleeping bag down to make it as small as possible, this will take the weight. It's very durable, it's very strong. We've used it for a year now, and I compress my bag quite small. It has a vent on the bottom to let the air escape. So as you're pushing down, the air's coming out the bottom, you just cap it off, and it's completely waterproof, and it's very, very strong. Little extra string, you never know when you're going to need string. We had to use it to set up the tarp I'm kneeling on right now. That tarp saved us from a pretty big rainstorm where we were soaked and cold and unable to set up our tent. So we just hooked up the tarp, strung some string between the trees, used the trekking poles as a balance, and we were quite comfortable until the rain subsided enough for us to get in and get our tent set up. You can see that video on our YouTube. That's our Fundy footpath video where we used the tarp and had to set it up as a ring. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking these. These are just fire starters. haven't heard a whole lot of positive, not a lot of people that are through hiking spend a lot of time with fires at night. I can understand why. You're tired after a long day trekking. You just want to get some food in you, get some sleep, and get up the next day to start again. We'll see. They don't weigh anything, so I may just take them. This is bulk. First aid kit and a little sewing kit. It's a little bit bigger than what a lot of people are taking out there, but we are a little bit older than a lot of people out there as well. So it has simple things like Advil, some naproxen, small sewing kit just in case something rips or breaks, and some bandages, of course a tick remover because ticks are a big thing out there, so we have to make sure we have a tick remover, and some antiseptic wipes and things like that. So it's not a big kit. It weighs probably about 6 or 7 ounces, but it's actually, we've had to use it on almost every trek, so I want to make sure to keep that. Small micro towel for anything and everything. Bear hang rope, that will probably change out because this is pretty thick. We've used it a lot and it works very well, but the rope again is a little thick, so I might change that out. Depends on what we find at REI when we get to Atlanta. Here's my frog togs. I'm taking the pants and the jacket, and that's also my windbreaker. What do we got back here? Again, another cozy. These work out really well for maintaining heat in your Mountain House meals or your Alpine, whatever, freeze-dried meals you have. I have, of course, sunglasses. Can't go anywhere without sunglasses. I have, my puffy is a Columbia. Just a straight, ordinary, nothing special. It has a thermal reflective inner, and it works really well. It's great at stopping wind, and it's quite warm. It has a great hood on it, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'll be wearing that for the trip. I have just an empty water bottle. I like the size. This is a 1 liter water bottle, and it's Evian water, as you can see. But I like the size of this as compared to the Smart Water, which are 1 liter, but they're quite a bit taller. So hopefully this will work out well. It's worked out well so far for our water, for my water bottle. Fits nicely in the pouch of my pack. My footwear will be Nike Trail Pegasus. I've worn these for about 4 or 5 hikes now. They're very comfortable. Hopefully the tread will last. It appears to have some worn on the tread already, so we'll wait and see how they last, but there's quite a few places along to pick up shoes along the AT, so I'm not overly concerned about it right now. Very simple, basic shoe spikes. Put your foot in, pull it over top of the shoes. Again, another Costco purchase, and they work out great. They're cheap, and when we're done with them, I can just throw them in a hiker box for somebody else to get some use out of them. They work well. I've worn them before, and they work, again, really well. 6 spikes on each foot. For my socks, I also have 2 pairs of Injinji, the toe socks. I've got the standard original, and then I've got the new wool. See if there's going to be any difference in them. They feel the same. They feel comfortable, so we'll see what happens with those on trail. 2 pair of Darn Tough socks. I'm not worried about 3 pair versus 2 pair. 2 pair is fine for now. If I need more along the way, I'll stop at a Walmart or something and get some regular socks. It's not a big deal. Of course, the toque, nothing fancy. And I have my Knox, so I call them Knox because they're knockoff Crocs. I'm not going to spend the money for Crocs, but these are very functional and quite comfortable, except when you're walking on rocks. And that we stipulate in that same Fundy footpath video as well. We were on a beach that was quite rocky, and as we were walking, it was hurting your feet. And so they're great for shoes, but camp shoes, but I wouldn't want to hike in them. Can't go anywhere without deck cards, just in case we get lost. We start playing solitaire, and somebody's going to come up behind us and say, put that red jack on the black queen or whatever. So we'll get found. Some extra matches. Of course, we have lighters, but keeping some matches in a dry bag is a good thing to do. They don't take up any weight, a little bit of room. I also have a small book that I had. Susan gave me one as well for Christmas. It's a little bit bigger. I've got this one that's already been opened and used, so I'm going to start with this one and see what happens from there. It's right in the weather as well. Just a straight up ball cap. Pretty simple. I have a Columbia quick dry t-shirt and an Under Armour quick dry t-shirt as well. I'm just going to be keeping my bag or my clothes in just gallon Ziploc bags. It's going to be fine, I hope. I have an Under Armour sweatshirt. Well, sort of a sweatshirt. It's a hoodie. It's for runners, so it's vented. It's also got a really good hood, including a face covering for running in the cold. So it is a cold weather outfit that will help or will keep you from getting too hot because it is ventilated. I have my hiking pants, just straight from Decathlon. I don't know if there's a Decathlon in the States or not, but Decathlon is a sportswear company based out of France. It started there, and they've expanded throughout the world, and now they just came to Canada. 2019, I think, was the first one in Canada, 2018 maybe. They're really quite good. They're middle of the road. They're not overly expensive, but they're not inexpensive. So they've got pretty good stuff. We've shopped there quite a bit for our camping supplies. And my camp clothes will be just a straight pair of thermal underwear with a Columbia thermal jacket, Columbia thermal shirt, long sleeve. And of course, as the summer comes in, we'll be getting rid of this. I won't need this anymore. So I'll move that on. What else we got here? So I have a 30,000 milliamp battery pack that I'm taking, and yes, they are quite heavy. My charger is just a no-name brand, but it's got a 3.0 quick charge in it. It's got three different ports, which I can use to charge. I also have, like Susan, the NU25 from Nitecore, and the charge cable for it. I have the charge cable for the battery pack, charge cable for my iPhone, which is taking this video so you can't see it. And I also have a set of headphones from Aftershokz. They work great. They don't go in your ears, they go on the bone, and they actually transmit sound through your structure, your bone structure. Works out really well. I'm partially deaf in one ear, and so until I found those, I never really heard stereo very well, but now I can hear everything in stereo. It works out great. The one kit that I have that my wife absolutely hates is my backpack. She's been trying forever to get me to change my backpack. It's a Woods, it's a 65 liter. I don't necessarily fill it up all the way, but the bungee cord I put on myself. It has everything that all the other bags have. It's lightweight, it only weighs just shy of 4 pounds. It has a side zipper access to it. Instead of the front, that a lot of them have the front panel opens up, this one just has a side access right into it. It has 2 side pouches. It has, or zippered pockets, 2 side pouches. The only difference is it only has 1 belt bag. So I may have to get something. I got a little, that's for a bike. It's a bike kit. I use that. But I may get something if I can find something a little bit nicer. Now it works well. I have no problems with it. It's easily adjustable, and it seems to be quite durable. And Woods is a good product name. A lot of it's sold here in Canada, and a lot of it's made here in Canada. So we're kind of stuck with that. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, not nasty comments, but if you have any comments, leave them below the video, and we'll certainly read every one of them that you send us. But now I'm going to do like Susan did. I'm going to pack it all into my bag and show you what it looks like when it's complete. So she's just going to turn the movie off here.
Hello. So we've got our bags packed. What we haven't got in here is the water filter, my bottles, and a small toiletry kit. Of course, our food and our water. and the poop kit, which we are going to get introduced to when we get to REI. You can't buy them in Canada. So outside of that, like we said before, well, mostly with me, Bob's pretty compact. I'll probably send a lot of stuff home once the weather warms up. Debating on a couple of things. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. This is what I'm wearing for the most part. Puffy likely will go back in my bag after, mostly just for camp or maybe when it's really cold. And I think we'll be good.
What did your bag weigh?
17.5 pounds. So I'd like to get it down to 15. So we'll see. This is just our first run through. And yeah, if we do any significant changes, we will let you know. But this is what we're starting off as for a couple of mid-50s Canadians.
Mid-50s?
Maybe a little more.
So everything you saw in my video, it's all in the bag now. I have lots of room left, but I don't have any food or water in here yet. So that'll certainly take it up. I just finished weighing the bag, and it all together with the tent, everything.
You have your trekking poles on.
And the trekking poles, everything all together in this bag right now. It weighed 23.3 pounds. There may be some weight savings in there somewhere because once you add food and water, I'm going to be in the 32 pound range. So hoping to cut that down a little bit, and eventually maybe I will. Everything I'm wearing is out in front, and everything I'm carrying is here in the bag. So hopefully we'll be able to reduce it down a little bit. Please give us a shout. Let us know if you can see anything or have any alternatives to what we're doing or what we have here. And we're certainly more than willing to accept any kind of advice, because we're absolutely not professionals. We do not do this for a living, and we're still rank amateurs, just out to have fun and enjoy ourselves, but be safe. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.